This is Sparta! Fatality.
Okay, welcome to episode number 9 of the good old YouTube Thursday Freakout. I am Manny Moonraker, your host of UFO Buster Radio and the Dark Horror Podcast. So today we have a couple of things to talk about. Number one, thanks to old Paul Begley, we're going to talk about the Nephilim a little bit. Not that I'm an expert, and I didn't try to find an expert for today, but we're going to talk about the Nephilim and what he's talking about. And we're going to go to his channel and pick up a little clip that we'll play here also. We're also going to talk about Game Vet's video. Now, if you didn't sign up for YouTube yet, you're in trouble because you're going to miss out on this video. And you need to be here. You need to be on YouTube to see it because it's a video. But before I get started, I want to say what's up to the one and the only Green Man who's joined us live. What's up?
Hey guys, how's everybody? How you doing, Manny?
We're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. And I've been talking about Green Man. See? Damn it. Damn live bullshit. I've been talking about Game Vet's video. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard to just blow off, man. It's
almost impossible to do it. And we heard what another YouTube channel said about his video. And I did some research, looked it up, posted it on Discord, and his video just looks quite a bit different. It is really strange.
Yeah. It's because you get that zoomed in box, and it looks like it kind of, for a second, to me, it looked like it started right in the lower corner outside the box, kind of went in, disappeared, flashed for a second, and then was like, on.
And it just, I don't know, it's weird and the angle and stuff like that. But before we get started, let's do a little bit of roll call. Because we do it on the podcast, why not do it on YouTube? One will say what's up with the Game Vet. Game Vet's out there. We got Renee. We got Dre. Dre's on there.
Great.
He's talking about something's really bright. It's because I shaved today. We also have Pucky and the one and only Ronnie Dawson, Mr. 17 himself.
17. Honors us.
17. Jeez, I'm jealous. So anyway, Ronnie, hey, maybe Ronnie can chime in as to what happened to Game Vet. So I'm gonna pull this up here in a second. But in the meantime, like I said in the beginning, you've got to share the podcast, but also become part of the YouTube channel and see all your favorites live. The Asgardians, as I like to call them, and Green Man being one of them. The other guys are hanging out in the chat. Maybe they'll come on later. I don't know, but we will try our best. So I'm going to pull up this video real quick, and you guys can see for yourselves, finally, the madness that old Game Vet went through. So here it is. Let's go ahead and play it. And we'll mess around with this because, this actually was, I don't want to say doctored up, but this wrong choice of words. This was actually edited and enhanced by Area 503, the other Manny. You don't know how much it hurts me to say that. It is what it is, right? All right, here we go. Let's play it. We'll run it through one time, and then we'll go back and do our thing. But, fancy. Here we go. And we might just, let me just mute it because it's, we don't really need the sound. We just got to look at it. Unfortunately for the guys who are on the podcast here, you're not going to actually hear it. But here it is. We're pulling up. Here's the enhancement that was done by Area 503. And look at that little blue box and see what's going to happen. It's coming. And there it is. Did you miss it? Did you guys see it? Holy shit, that was crazy. And it's going to play it again. Let's see it. Now he's looking at an area in the sky, pitch black. Nothing's there. We see some stars, a little bit of glimmer, and there it goes again. Freaking nuts, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody go over to Game Vet's channel and like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. But I'm going to play here for a second and then I'm gonna try to pause it. I did this so many times this week. Oh my god, my freaking trigger finger hurts. Here we go. 1 second. There you go. What in the flying fuck is that? What is that? Let me put this on the main screen here. That does not look like a damn satellite.
Yeah, it looks like an acorn or some damn thing.
It is crazy. And when I first saw it, it reminded me of a TR3B. Now, this has got to be pretty far up. So if you look over to the right, we see the dot. We see the little dot right there. But then when you look over to the enhanced zoom in, this doesn't look like a satellite. And I know that folks are saying all these other things about what it was. And I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a satellite. But let's go on. We got GameVid on here. He'll tell the story of how he caught this video. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hey, how's it going, guys? GameVid
There
here.
he is.
Dark.
What's up, man?
Sitting in the semi right now. So.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. I see the
All
light.
right. Yeah. So okay, what happened was I got home from work and I was standing out on my patio, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, what the hell? I might as well start recording. So I turned my phone on, and after a little bit, I saw that flash in the sky, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So then I didn't really think anything of it. I just emailed it to Manny503 to see if he could enhance it and see what it was. And that's what he captured. Now, in the video, I'm actually facing east. And so it looked like it was coming towards me, going west. But then when you see it flash, it looks like it's turning, and then it heads south. So what you don't see in this video, I'm going to post the original video this weekend. But what you don't see in this video is me trying to chase this thing after it turned like that, heading south. And I couldn't keep up with the camera trying to record it as it was moving south.
Wait a minute. When you say you try to chase it, do you try to like physically chase it or just with your camera?
No, just with the camera. I turned to try to keep up with it, but it was so fast I couldn't keep up with whatever it was.
So now, kind of like piggybacking off of what GameVid said. I mean, I got the names all fucked up today. Too many G's. Off of what Green Man was saying, that it looks like when you look at this and you play straight through, it looks like it turns, like it's making a turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's almost like going down and back up again.
Yeah, or what I can tell is that it looks like it's coming straight for me, and then as it flashes, or as you see it get bright, it looks like it's in mid-turn right there. And then where it's pointing off to the right there, that's the direction it heads out, and that's south.
That is just crazy.
Yeah, so I know a satellite doesn't go, a satellite goes from east to west or whatever, but it doesn't change directions if it's going west to south.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just so magnificent. I'm getting choked up over here. Hold on a second. Oh, geez, I'm going to die. Yeah, that is a crazy ass video. I'm going to be honest with you. When I looked at it at first, I was like, geez, what in the flying? And then I looked at it, I was like, all right, because I even sent you a message on Discord. I was like, did somebody like add special effects to this or like light tracing or some shit like that? Because at first that's what it looks like, but I guess that's the kind of the enhancing the image to get the light out of it, kind of like a night light type thing, but like night vision. But shit, it is a crazy video, to be honest. Now, I think it was it iridium flare or something like that? Iridium?
Iridium?
The iridium flare satellites?
Yeah, iridium. Now, I came across a lot of articles that saying that these are coming to an end later on this year because the satellites that were made of that material are finally going to fall the fuck off out of the sky. But this doesn't fall into that because the majority that I saw, you see a streak across the sky. You know, and they don't even look like and they don't even look like the Starlinks either. You know, the Starlinks, you see the Christmas tree chain going across the line of Starlinks, and these other ones that look like a streak. This, it's neither. So it is just crazy. It really looks like it saw something that turned around. Probably you scared it.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I don't. I want to say this, and I always say this in my head, but it's probably not true. But what it seemed like is that since I was recording for so long, it almost seemed like it got mad I was recording in that direction, so it moved. But that might just be in my head. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
Dude, have you tried one of those like high-powered like laser pointer type?
Yeah, I've been trying that lately. I haven't got any response from that.
Okay. I was going to say, if they're avoiding you or something like that, or, signal them, maybe they'll hook you up with a 17. You never know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here's your gift for catching us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing video. Nonetheless, it's great. And here's the other question I had for you. Why were you out there? What time was this? And you were just out there, just chilling out. What was it, smoking?
Yeah, I was just outside, and I was recording for I don't know the exact time off the top of my head. Then I got home, and it was still early, and I just wanted to hang outside for a little bit. And I just decided to take my phone out, start recording. And, I think it was maybe 10 minutes or less I was out there recording, and then all of a sudden I saw the flash. But this week I'm going to post up the original video. That way you guys can see how long exactly I was out there, stuff like that. If you guys, watching, if you guys have any ideas, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think it is. I'm open to opinion, and I don't know what to make of it, honestly. I really don't. I just know what direction it was traveling, and that's about it.
Yeah, Ronnie says he's seen this kind of a flash before. I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
Well, the part of the country where Ronnie's at, it's pretty. There are stretches in between towns where there's not that much light pollution, so I could kind of believe that he's seen this kind of stuff out there in the middle of the dark, in between especially in his drives, because he does drive that rig for the oil companies. So yeah, I can believe he's probably seen some stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, stuff's out there. I've seen stuff I can't explain, and my dash cam hasn't picked it up. So.
But this is what I see. See the way this is what drives me insane. Just look at it. It looks like a freaking triangle.
Right.
Look at it. Look, and it looks like it's turning. And what the freaking fuck is this back here?
Yeah, it looks like a big moth or something like that,
Yeah, I just had maybe it's coming into the atmosphere, hitting, and then
bouncing off, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Because that's what that would explain kind of the flash right there when it's at its brightest, and it also looks like the direction change because it's coming in, it's going one way, and then
yeah. Because when I saw with my own eyes, it looked like it was white with a bluish hue around it, and that's really all I saw. And then until I saw the video of it close up, and I'm like, wow, that almost looks triangle.
It does. I mean, that's what I saw. I saw this, first thing that came to my head was, oh, TR3B. Wow, what the hell is this? But again, if you compare this to the distance over here, because you have the tree right here in the foreground, and I don't know what the hell that is over there, but it seems like some kind of a light. But it's pretty far away. It's not close at all.
Right.
Granny says E.T. was taking pictures of you. But Dre, for some reason, is stuck on the idea that these are aerial fireworks.
Huh.
It's got to be the Crown Royal talking.
I don't know. I would have.
We've seen his liquor closet.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a firework, to be able to see it, see one that close at least, I would imagine you'd still get a bigger, flash as all the sparklers kind of came out and flowered out.
Yeah, Punky says that maybe it's going in a different direction. I think almost like an afterburner, but something more advanced. And you do see that, like it has some kind of a trail behind it when it changes direction. Very
Yeah, I guess
strange.
I haven't stared at it as long as you have, Manny. I guess.
Oh yeah, I've been staring at this son of a bitch for a while. Um, yeah, I have, and really because we had that one individual who said it had to do with satellites, and I'm like, God damn, I've never seen any picture of any satellites doing shit like that. To be honest, so who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows what the hell it is? But like I said before, definitely a UFO, no doubt about it. Whether it's alien or not, who fucking knows? But I would say this is not a satellite, and it is unidentified for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on. I got to go. I got to run, but have a good show, man, and thanks for showing this to everybody. I appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you. I appreciate you and taking the time to get out there and smoke that cigarette.
All right.
Drive safe, bro.
Take it
Yeah,
easy.
thanks, buddy. We'll see you.
Yeah, it's just a crazy video. I don't know. That's why I asked him the questions about the any special effects that were done to it, because it really looks like it's a craft coming down, it does an about face, and hits the afterburners like kind of like Pucky said, and it took off. How
Yeah.
weird.
I think all 503 said he did was just kind of zoom in, isolate that little box, and zoom it up and adjust the contrast. I think that's all he said he really even did to it.
Yeah, Ronnie says I've heard of I've heard what they are: flares, meteors, satellite, atmospheric braking. But I think ET. Yeah, and I've actually seen a lot of like videos too, where objects coming from deep space will bounce off the atmosphere because they're coming in at a wrong angle, and you might see something like that. But still, that almost looked like it did a quick 180, like it, or 360, should I say? Turn
Yeah,
right back around.
Yeah, you would expect, if it's going to hit and take a little bit more of a steeper angle back out. But I mean, that thing looked like it was like a V.
Yeah, completely wild, crazy. Dre says it's Pareidolia Peak coming down. Yeah, it could be. You never know where the hell that dude's hiding these days. Yeah, so that's the video. If you guys again have not been on to Gamefish channel or this channel to see this, only on Thursdays you'll see it here. But check it out; it is pretty cool. And again, unexplained all the way. The freakout for today has to do with the Nephilim. So, Green Man, did you do a little bit of research on the Nephilim at all?
A
Or
little
have
bit.
you heard about them?
Well, yeah, because they're all tied into the whole giant theory as well. The Nephilim, according, I guess, to the Bible, from what I understand, is the fallen ones, fallen angels, sons of gods that came down and had, sex and took human women as wives because they were so adorable and hot and everything. And they were said to be giants, and then apparently, bred more giants. I know that the Smithsonian for years has been covering up every giant skeleton and losing
There you go.
the findings for
Yeah. Oh, his head is too big. Let's just lose that. Ronnie says falling angels, but hopefully that's what they are. But apparently they got a bad rap, right? Now this is all coming from Paul Begley's recent rant that I reported. Was it yesterday on the podcast about the end of the world coming? Nibiru, Planet X, Planet 9, Wormwood, all that kind of craziness. And oogly boogly. But I don't know. I've been hearing this every year. It comes up in one way or another, and sometimes multiple times a year. So I said, you know what? Let's look it up. This is something to freak out about, right? Because you don't want to be caught up in this kind of nonsense with these things. So there is a little slide I got going up here about the Nephilim, and what it's asking, well, what it's telling us is who's the Nephilim. Genesis 6:4. And it says Martin Luther gives the correct meaning: tyrants. They were called Nephilim because they fell upon the people and oppressed them. Listen, if I got the powers and I'm huge, I'm gonna oppress somebody. Yeah. Don't give me any power ever. To an unprejudiced mind, the words as they stand represent the Nephilim, who were the who were on the earth in those days as existing before sons of God began to marry the daughters of men and clearly distinguished them from the fruits of these marriages. There is a picture, and it goes, you see this thing all the time on the internet, and it's this guy. Look at these guys here. They're freaking huge. They're huge. And it kind of goes back to what you were saying, Green Man, about these evidence of giants just disappearing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an alleged finding from someone that shows how many skulls we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 gigantic skulls and bones.
And probably a fifth, because there looks like there's another one that's kind of arching off to the side. Looks like a spine and a rib cage for another there too.
Yeah, what the hell happened here? Crazy. Now, according to Paul, these guys, of course, are off somewhere else on another planet because they were sent to leave. They had to leave and move away because they were oppressing man and laying with the ladies. So, but they're supposed to come back. They're supposed to come back and take over stuff. One of the places that you find the mention of the Nephilim quite a bit is the Book of Enoch. And fascinating enough, the Book of Enoch is not included in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a separate book altogether. And here's a quote. And Uriel said to me, "Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women." Interesting choice of words. And their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. So crazy stuff. But this is the kind of stuff that folks talk about all the time. Every year it just keeps coming up. And so we had that one article from Paul, but I'm going to play a video from Paul, if I can pull it. Oh, here it is. By the way, I got to say this, but I think I'm going to be Paul in about 15 years. He is entertaining. I'll give him that much. Would I actually go to him for any kind of religious advice? Probably not. But the guy is entertaining for sure. All right, let me bring him up, and we'll play his video here. So you guys who are on the podcast, you'll be able to hear it, but for damn sure you will not be able to see it because you're not here with Green Man and myself checking this out. Now his video here is about some kind of stones, gigantic stones that were found in Brazil, and this is from 2017, 3 fucking years ago, and he's still talking about the Nephilim. He believes that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's let him say his deal, and we'll talk about it.
Not getting any sound.
Hold on a second. You're saying you can't hear it?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. I don't know if it's getting to the audio.
Son of a bee, what the hell is going on? This is the magic of sharing things on YouTube, because I hear it just fine. The guy's freaking talking to me like I need some help. Technical difficulties, folks. Please stand by as we arrange to have some sound from this. Oh yeah, I probably didn't click this button here because it's important for us to be able to hear it. Let's try this one more time. And here we go.
Are you serious? Folks, there's some kind of weird stones, ancient, ritual, very mysterious stone structure has been found in Brazil in the jungles. Now, it's sort of like, is it Stonehenge? You know what I'm saying? Is it something similar to Stonehenge? Well, according to researchers, this ancient man-made structure has been erected in the Amazon region there in Brazil, and it was definitely used for ritual function. And I'm hoping to God it wasn't human sacrificing. Scientists suggest that the tropical forest of South America still harbors many mysteries, and these large designs formed on the ground by landscape elements appeared almost 2,000 years ago. The weight of some of these stone blocks exceed 40 tons. What? How did they get moved there? And why are they structured the way they are? Why the arrangement? this is quite fascinating information. Once again, when you think about,
Isn't he entertaining? Jeez Louise, why they give this guy a bad rap? Holy shit.
Somebody needs to tell him it's Stonehenge and not it's not Stonehenge, is it?
Well, listen, he likes to sell gold, so I guess, you know.
Okay. Okay. He's got his
He's good. He's good.
He's cool.
about
He's cool.
the fallen ones. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 6, there were giants before and after the flood. We know that David had to fight Goliath, and that Goliath had 4 other ugly giant brothers. We know that Joshua led the children of Israel into Canaan, immediately had to take on giants that made him and the children of Israel look like grasshoppers. They were believed to be around 12 to 14 foot tall. So what you're dealing with here is the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Amaleks, the Jebusites, the Hittites, the Moabites, even the termites were big. I mean, are you serious? These things, everything were huge. And
A lot of ites.
but it wasn't just there, folks. We're finding skeletal remains of giants all over the world. And somebody big, it takes somebody really big to move a 40-ton stone. Anyway, here we go again. We always find pagan worship involved. We always know it's satanic. And if you understand that the fallen ones, that the offspring of the fallen ones, for the sons of God looked upon the daughters of men and saw that they were fair, and they took them wives, and they bore them children, men of great renown, giants, and violent, because they had, of course, the characteristics of the fallen ones. So anyway, could this be another proof of this? Is this another example of what happened in the Amazon, happened in many different locations of the globe? Well, we'll let the scientists, the archaeologists, and everybody else take a peek at it and get some more information. But biblically, it does meet the biblical narrative. As a matter of fact, that's the problem. For so long, we have been shut out in the dark. You know, the nice little story about David and the giant, but do we understand the story of the giants? Do we understand the story of the hybrids, the Nephilims? Do we understand how Hitler and the Nazis tried to backbreed and bring them back? And certainly there is genetic manipulation and mutation going on right now to try to bring back the giants in these last days. And so as we look at everything going on, understand you're in the last days, but it's all for evil. And these ritual sacrifices of human beings, whether it be the Mayans or the Aztecs, or whether it be the followers of Baal or the followers of Dagon, or some of the pharaohs, some of the gods of Egypt. I mean, this stuff's been going on a long time. It's satanic. And right now, the occult working underground and the satanic ritual abuse of human beings going on by some of the most darkest secret demonic organizations the world has ever seen, bringing back the same old demon gods. Jesus is coming, okay? Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus is coming. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. Men's hearts are evil continually, every imagination of their thoughts and intent of the heart is not evil. So we're in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We'll talk about this in today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. That's 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.
I gotta appreciate that guy. He loves to promote himself, no doubt about that. But still, hey, by the way, Dre is joining us, and Tony says my wife has a coworker who is one, and she must be one big lady, pretty tall. Well, the we don't know if it's a she, but it could be a he. The giant. Dre, what do you think about this? You seen any Nephilims down in South Texas?
Actually, yeah. There's just one huge lady.
What the hell is going on?
Big, tall, blonde. What do they call those? Nordic.
Yeah, she's Nordic.
She's like 6'3". I mean, she's not fat. She's just proportioned perfectly. But she's like
big. She's big boned.
I have to look up to her when I give her mail.
Dang! And she actually like waits for you at the door.
Yeah. Well, COVID. Everybody locks their doors.
Trying to intimidate you, I guess.
It is. When you gotta look up and say,
Thank you, ma'am. So what do you think? Nephilim coming back or what? Now, this video was from 2017, and he said we were in our last days back then, so I guess something went wrong.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, just like the dinosaurs, they walked on Earth one time. I assume the Nephilim did too. Something took care of them. A meteor, God, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people, it's funny, they don't believe in dinosaurs because, you know, we don't see them, but there's bones everywhere. I mean, these bones just don't come from nowhere, you know, so it's got to be real. You see, and I don't understand why they would want to. Well, I understand why the United States would want to stop the people from knowing about Nephilims, because then they would find out more about probably what the Bible was hidden, and then the damn Catholic Church would have to reveal a lot more stuff than they know.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah,
By the
yeah,
way,
there's
we
a
just
lot
got
of
joined
books.
by Ronnie Dawson.
Ronnie.
Ronnie,
Ronnie,
what's
hey.
up?
17.
17. So Ronnie, you're on the other side. You're like more to Central Texas, right? What do you think about the Nephilim?
You know, I listen to all the Zachariah Stitching stuff, you know, and I think he makes some good points, you know, and you know, I guess we'll find out one of these days, you know, the way they were talking, like, you know, if this thing ever comes back through, this is probably associated with that planet 9 too, you know, so it's like a whole nother solar system inside our solar system that passes through from time to time. And it's not just one planet. It's like a whole solar, like another. It's like they have another sun. It catches on fire when it goes around our sun for a little while, and then it goes back out when it goes out into space. So, but we're having hell finding this damn thing. But
Yeah, no
if
kidding.
it ever, if another solar system did pass through here, you could see how it messed some stuff up.
Yeah, and here's
And,
the thing. Why is it that people still believe these guys that promote all this end of day stuff when it never comes to an end?
It's always,
Yeah.
somebody misread some book or something. Oh, I mistranslated this, or last minute, you know, had some big rattlesnake handling festival or something like that that saved
Wow.
the day, or you know.
Yeah, Ronnie, tell me something, Ronnie. Could you ask one of these cat ladies what the hell's going on? Can we have them interfere, especially with Paul? Just get up in all of his junk and get rid of him somehow, or set him straight.
Yeah, you know, it's like every time I'm around them, man, it ain't like I got a whole lot of time to. They throw so much stuff at you so quick that I don't really have a lot of time to sit around and have a conversation with them. You know, they got a pretty tight agenda usually.
Yeah,
But
they
I
just-
would love to sit around and ask them some of these questions, like, what do you know about this? What do you know about that? But according to what they told me, that they didn't find us until in the 40s when we started doing our nuclear testing. So these are not the same guys that are associated with the Nephilim.
Yeah, I would think that, but you would think they would know about them, right? Like I would think that anyone, and you know, barring Ronnie Dawson, anyone that has any kind of connection with like aliens, like you know, people that do mediumship. I saw a special, I think like 2 days ago on YouTube, not YouTube, what's the damn Amazon Video, where they had a documentary about the guy that does mediumship and talks to an alien. And he has like a whole freaking comedy routine, apparently, this alien. But still, these guys who are mediums who say they contact aliens, wouldn't these aliens know about the Nephilim? I mean, they're big enough.
Man, you know, there might be so many of them out there that we don't know what the hell they know, you know? And you know, and we don't even know where our damn moon came from, you know? And Zachariah Sitchin said that our moon we stole our moon from when their solar system passed through. Tiamat, they called it. It's a planet. It collided with Earth, and it had life on it, and the life on it got transplanted to our planet from the collision. And what was left of that thing became our moon, apparently.
That's just nuts.
That's what Zachariah said.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that actually bothered me too for a long time, the fact that we only see one side of the moon, where everything else spins on its axis.
I've heard that in some Roman literature, they talk about times when the moon wasn't there.
Yeah, the time before the moon. Yeah, I've heard that too.
It's just crazy. Can you even imagine something like that? Not having a moon. Or the fact that a lot of people say, especially astronauts that were up there, that the thing sounds like it's hollow.
Yeah.
It
ran for 3 hours.
Yeah. That's just crazy. By the way, GameVid wants to know, what are you snacking on?
Graham crackers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a little light today, huh?
Yeah.
No
we
party.
drank yesterday.
I
Drank yesterday.
Soaking it up tonight.
Yeah. Trying to recover. So there you go. So what do you guys think? Is this something that people really should even bother with or even worry about when it comes to these guys that have this this message that the world's coming to an end every year.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ronnie's ready. Yeah, no, Ronnie, why are you ready? Are you kidding me?
After this year, man, yeah, it's like let's just get over with, you know.
To be
It's like,
honest,
it ain't gonna get no better than this.
well, it's like they always say, there's nowhere to go but up.
Right,
That's
right.
Ask
That's not
Kevin's
fair.
Gate how that worked.
Ronnie has a Uber, off-planet Uber. We don't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie can escape whenever he's ready.
Yeah, well, Heaven's Gate thought they had a ride too. Ask them how it went.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, but the thing with Ronnie, you know, if you were to go that route, Ronnie, they'd probably use you all the time. Like you'd be empty.
Yeah, you wouldn't get to come back, you know, so
Yeah.
you'd be stuck there.
Yeah, one-way trip. Yeah, so that was the thing about the Nephilim, kind of something that I figure, you know, it's weird how there's different segments, different beliefs, and somehow these people get these followings. Hundreds of thousands of people follow them, and every year they give them the worst news possible, and that is it's all coming to an end, and they continue to follow them and listen to that crazy-ass fucking message. But what can you do? It's just weird to me.
Dude,
There's
people
two
like
things that sell.
They're just
Go ahead.
no, yeah, it's you know you have people that just go through and look for every possible bad sign for everything, and yeah, it's like they just live in this little world of kind of paranoia, and everything's coming to an end, and oh, this is a sign, and that's a sign, and yeah, it never works out. We're all still here so far. You know, every single one of them so far has been a big no.
Yeah, big failure. What are you going to say,
Yeah.
Dre?
Sorry, Dre.
There's two things that sell: sex and death.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully
They're
not
both
in the
big
same
money.
double feature.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know,
All at the same time.
Well, that's a what better way to go?
Yeah, I guess.
That's how you keep
That's
coming back. Keep bringing them back.
but you know when they come back, they said like Zachariah Sitchin said, you know, when it comes around again, they said you'll be able to see it in the daylight. You'll be able to see two suns approaching, and then you'll be able to see the other planets, and you'll be able to see it in the light of day. Was what they said in the historical account. So it ain't gonna like it would be a secret. It ain't gonna sneak up on you.
Well, the
If
funny
you
thing
have
is,
another solar system moving into our solar system, it's going to be pretty obvious.
but the
I'm
thing is
pretty
that
sure
I've seen, over the years, we've seen so many pictures of this whole double sun, and actually, that's what set off Paul this year. That double sun, double exposure, whatever the fuck it happened, came off of an FAA camera, and that's where they saw it. And at the same time, somebody in a different state took a similar picture, and they looked the same. So they were like hundreds of miles apart, and that's why he went into this whole like crazy nonsense about the world coming to an end.
Yeah, it's part of the conspiracy says that you can see it from Antarctica, and they've seen it, and they know it's there, but they don't want us to know it. So that's another part of the Antarctica secret conspiracy.
Damn Nazis did it. Gabriel wants to know, Ronnie, what aliens have a C-shaped ship?
Well, see, one of the small discs that I seen over Coleman, Texas. I seen 3 different craft that night, and one of them actually looked almost like a C. It was either a C-shaped craft or the back part of it was invisible and I couldn't see it. Like it had the stealth still working, and I wasn't visibly able to see it with my naked eyes. But I just assumed that it had to be there, or it was a very odd sea-looking ship. So it could be, you know, man, you never know. It could be part of the stealth, or maybe that's the way it looks.
Right, you just never know what the hell is in the air these days. It's just crazy. So many advances, so many things we don't know about, and we could all just be seeing something that somebody came up with about 30 years ago and just kept it all secret.
Hey, but when you see that white light with the blue tint, that's a dead sign that a lot of the ships I have seen have that same light. And I've had people say that they knew my sighting was real when they first seen the light, the color of the light. They said, I know what you posted on YouTube was real because just the color of the light. It said, as soon as I seen that light, I knew that you wasn't bullshitting us.
Yeah, no kidding. Angry Buddha says hello. I wonder if Angry Buddha, from his perspective, what does he think about the Nephilim, and Buddhism? Yeah, so there you go. That is just some crazy stuff. So this is the Freakout. So Ronnie, do you have any new Freakouts that you can share with us on this great day?
About the only freak out I really have is just the insanity that's going on over this COVID stuff, man. It's like it couldn't be any insane or anywhere else than right here on Earth right now, man. It's like we don't know what to believe, what's true, what ain't true. We've got people who are dying from this COVID-19. We've got people who have it that never even knew they were sick, So it's like, what in the hell? How can it kill some people and other people not even know they're even sick, So I don't know what's the truth, what's the lie. I don't know what to believe anymore, Yeah,
I think it's weird when people say that the COVID-19 is a conspiracy. With all these people who are passing away, it's just hard to believe that it's all fake.
But then you get these weird excuses like that. Was it the baseball player that passed away, Servin or something like that? He was like an old school Hall of Famer, just passed away, and they were like, "Yeah, he died of dementia and COVID-19."
Oh.
It's like, well,
double whammy.
Take your fucking pick, dude. What?
Well, he must have been pretty old then, was he? Like his 70s or 80s?
I think something like that, somewhere around there. But yeah, it was like dementia and COVID.
Yeah, COVID. There was a report, was it today, that The Rock and his entire family has COVID?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be
just
fake.
had it.
Is it really fake? I don't know. I don't think it's fake.
Yeah, my boss
Now-
just tested positive for it. He had it, and he never even knew he was sick. I mean, he had it for 10 days, and then they let him come back to work without a negative test. And so I'm like, man, I don't know. Some people are dying from it, and then other people, they have it, they test positive, but then they never even knew they were even sick. So
Goes
what's
up
the
to Chuck
difference?
Bam. Chuck Bam's in there in the live thing. Yeah, this whole COVID thing is just crazy. I know what you mean, Ronnie. It's just it's still basically undefined. No one really knows what the hell this virus is about and how it impacts people. And then last week they're reporting that people are getting reinfected by it. So for Pete's sake, I don't know. It's all just crazy. But I'd still have a feeling this year is not going to end with COVID-19. Something crazier is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The instruction manuals in Wuhan.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah, pinned by the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, this is it just feels like there's just something more around the corner. So get ready for that nonsense. So Green Man, what about you? What is your freak out? Do you have a freak out?
Well, kind of back to the Nephilim. Yeah, we could have answers if we just got this shit back from the Smithsonian, because they have been notorious for like confiscating digs, because they found giant skeletons here in North America under
Minnesota.
Under these big mounds and everything. That they've dug them up, and every time the Smithsonian comes in, okay, this is an archaeological find, it's our territory, fuck off. And anybody goes in to check in, well, whatever became of this, where are these things? Oh yeah, we lost them. They've got them somewhere. We could DNA test the damn things and get some answers. Yeah.
Nah,
What the
they got
hell?
rid of them.
What is it that's so damn scary about? Okay, yeah. So there were different animals that are extinct now. Yeah, there was a 14-foot human at one time. Okay, it happens. shit, every once in a while we'll still get somebody, you know, that's like 10, 13 footer or something like that. But what's it? Okay, yeah, well, they're bigger humans. Big fucking
Yeah, I
humans.
don't know what is it that makes people want to control information like this.
Fess up already.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Give us the skull.
I don't think it's the Smithsonian. I like
Go,
every
No.
something like.
we're losing you,
No.
Dre. It's got to be the crackers.
Oh, like everybody has their hands in it. Like the owner of the news company says, "Okay, I don't want to report certain things." Right?
Yeah,
Can
but
you hear me?
still, I mean, the Snowden, even if the news doesn't record it, there's got to be a real tight lip on it for people who work for the museum or these organizations to not let the information out. Because I would think
But
if I was
imagine,
working somewhere and there was a big ass skull, you would have to really threaten me in certain
Manny's
ways
talking, I can't hear Manny.
to keep me from basically not saying things.
who do you think has that much power? Just think about out of all of our conspiracy people, who would go to you and say, if you say anything, not only we will get rid of you, your family, any trace of you, and that you will also break the thread of the world's existence.
Elon Musk.
I think the
Traditionally,
people
the
behind,
Vatican.
there you go. That's who I think controls like that. That's the hidden hand in a lot of things. Because if you challenge the religion of Catholics or Christian, then you start pulling the thread of civilizations. You know, not just America. You got African. You got Russian.
Egyptian.
You get everybody, every religion. So once you start picking at that, you start picking at the whole world. And the Vatican makes too much money for anybody to be messing with them.
Yeah, and how many books of the original Bible have been edited out by them? You know, you had the Book of Enoch that talked about the UFOs and traveling in spacecrafts. You had the Book of Mary, where she wasn't just a prostitute; she was a main role disciple. You've got all this shit that was just tailored, and because they wanted to control. They wanted to keep everybody in their place, and this is how they did it. And if you didn't like it back in the day, it was you get tied to a stake and you get barbecued.
Yep. So I think the Vatican has a lot to do with it. You can imagine the Vatican has they don't even hide shit. They tell you they got a secret vault. How blatant is that? Their vaults, their stuff is either better or it's equal to anything that the U.S. government has for protecting the president, protecting our documents, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
and they'll tell you got secret stuff.
Yeah. The first place. The first obstacle you'd have is the Vatican is technically its own country.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't answer to fucking anybody. It doesn't answer to the Italian government. It doesn't answer to anybody. It is its own entity within a country.
Yep.
Nobody has any power within the Vatican walls except for the Vatican personnel. You would have to overthrow the damn place to see what's in the vault.
Yeah.
So would you say that the Vatican also has info on like UFOs too?
Hell yeah.
I would not be surprised in the least.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a gray in the fucking vault.
Yeah. With the 17.
Yeah, exactly. On a big golden shrine. Well,
this sounds like we're going to have to put an episode together just on the Vatican and everything they do. Or we think that they do.
I'm down with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big cabal.
There you go.
Yeah, they're a bunch of reptilians, man. You see all that freaky artwork that they have on the new structures and new statues? Man, that's some creepy shit.
Yeah, Chuck Band says, forget about Area 51. Let's all rush the Vatican.
Hell yeah. I mean, look at history. I mean, the Vatican helped put Mussolini into power. It helped Hitler to get into power. Seriously, look up history. They're the ones that fucking helped do all this shit. And, they're supposed to be super love and good and all this nice, kind shit.
Well, heck, they do a lot of things. I'm not sure about the whole super love thing because I've never, but anyway, so it's fascinating because
that's the altar boys.
Yeah. when you talk about, when you talk about things like the Nephilim and you have the situation with the Book of Enoch, then it kind of makes sense that you throw the Vatican in there as the overseer of everything that should be secret and no one should ever find out about. I could see that. I could definitely see a connection to that. But then, does that mean then that these guys who talk about the end, that maybe there is something in what they're saying that's true? They just don't got the dates right.
If the Vatican started saying something like that, I would be a little bit more concerned, because if anybody's gonna, they would be in the upper no of that. But some guy in Kansas City that's, I wouldn't sweat it.
Yeah, it's a crazy rabbit hole sometimes.
You gotta play devil's advocate with that. So let the guy who knows information, let him talk. Let him look like a crazy man. Who's gonna believe him? Right?
Exactly. Kind of like reverse psychology.
Yeah. Let him talk. No one's gonna believe him. I can discredit him. I'll take some money and put it on a porn site. Show up a hooker. What does he do? Go away, right? I'm pretty sure MUFON guy, that's what happened to him.
No. Yeah. Well,
you know too much, you start getting too close, they take care of you. They always make you look bad. And then they don't make you look bad, they just make you look crazy.
Yeah, so that's just nuts that we kind of went into the whole Vatican route. I wasn't ready for that, not one bit. But anyway, that's what happens when you have a live show and, stuff just comes out. So let's go down to you, Dre. Besides your rant about the Vatican cabal, what you got to freak out about?
Not really. I've always liked the Nephilim, the whole idea of them. I'm glad you talked about that topic in like the book of Enoch, how it wasn't put in the Bible, and there's a lot of other books that weren't put in the Bible. I'm interested in the Nephilim just because, just a great story of angels coming down, mating, having kids, and the whole. I don't know what happened. Why you only get one eye? Come on, man. that throws me off. You're supposed to be like a god. You're a demigod, man. You're supposed to be huge, big, badass. And that kind of rolls into that whole Bigfoot. I mean, a big person. Maybe after the years, the Nephilim started getting smaller. Maybe Bigfoot is a descendant of a Nephilim.
Yeah, because they didn't bathe and they started growing all this hair, so
maybe
he ended up being Bigfoot.
Maybe a Nephilim came down, saw a grizzly bear, and said, "Ooh, mama!" And
there you go. Can't have the ladies, but I'll have the bear.
They took all the other hot chicks, man. Let me see. I don't mind the hair.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She's already on all fours, and I don't mind the hair. So
there you go. Geez, Louise.
I kind of tie those together. Those are always two interesting things. I've always wondered if they're related.
Those are. Well, I know you have a thing for Bigfoot, that's for sure. But now we got the Nephilim, so one of these days we'll get somebody on here to talk about Bigfoot. I just don't know anyone that really is fascinating enough to have on here. I could actually take us all together.
Oh yeah,
that's a poor choice of words, but I'm just saying. They could survive the freakout. That's what I'm trying to say. Who would dare to be on here? Because honest, a lot of these guys are pretty full of themselves at times. But so interesting topic. The freakout was freaky, to be honest. And the damn Vatican has some answering to do, apparently. But we're going to get down to the bottom of that. Maybe we can get someone who specializes in the Vatican. Maybe they know secrets. That'll be cool.
That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that I've heard of that ever came out and talked was Malachi Martin. He was one of the head exorcists for the Vatican one time for a while. And actually, he told Art Bell one time that he could get him inside the vault.
Oh, there you go.
So,
And then he disappeared after that.
no, Malachi. Yeah, he passed away. He was an older cat and he passed away. But,
Almost mysteriously.
Didn't
Kind of
have
like the Russians do.
there's a documentary on Netflix about some of his stuff and some of his exorcism cases. And I can't remember. There's a couple on there. It was I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, but it was on Netflix, and it's all about all the stuff that he, a bunch of his exorcism cases. Sorry, I got a spider dropping in on me right now.
Take him out.
He got rid of a spider.
Oh yeah, Renee says disgusting. Yeah, so that's just crazy. I mean, other than that, so putting the whole Nephilim freakout aside and the crazy video by GameVid, the only other thing that kind of shut out and was something to talk about today was SN6. Finally, the damn thing did the hop, which is pretty cool. But again, not what we're waiting to see. We want to see the whole damn ship all in one piece. That's what I'm looking for.
I want to see him use more than one rocket when they're
no shit. Let's get this thing together. Let's see the full phallus. And we've got to get Dave Dre actually down there to see it.
Man, he said full phallus.
Yeah, let's see it get up there. Now, someone did post something about a bit of a freak out. Who was it? Just now in the live chat regarding the pigs. The
cyber pigs.
Pigs, yes. Yeah, it was Chuck Bam. He says Elon Musk pig chips. They are mocking us. No kidding. But the pigs didn't do a damn thing on the damn video. I don't understand. They were just walking.
Yeah, it was just like all it did was pick up like sensory input or something from their brains whenever they, their snouts touch something like food or one of the handlers' hands or something like that.
They're uploading their essence right now.
Well, yeah, that was one of the questions about like things like memory. If you'll be able to record memory. So that's kind of a futuristic sci-fi movie type of thing.
Yeah,
You're gonna have your memory recorded. And then he added, we'll download it to a robot too. What the hell is wrong with him? He's getting scarier by the day. Elon is just fucking out there, to be honest.
He's gonna make a robot think it's a pig.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, could you imagine pig thoughts inside of a robot? That makes no sense. But I could imagine him doing this to save his memories inside of a robot. So we might not get it, but he'll have a robot somewhere, a little robot Elon, kind of ruling the world as he takes off to Mars.
That's probably it's probably planning to send that to Mars, the robot. There's got to be a connection here, right? Something's going on in his head. All of this comes together somehow. So who knows? Just freaking crazy as hell. But that's all I had, guys. It was great having you guys. Ronnie, the surprise visitor.
Ronnie, you're the man.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make you an Asgardian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
You're from level 17.
Oh, yeah. On the last show, I was going to ask him if they stayed in room 17. But I couldn't get on the phone.
Yeah, we'll have to. No, I don't think they did because I think the room start with 200. Those are really big. Listen, thank you guys for showing up. This has been the Freakout for Thursday. You guys have been great. And we're going to tackle the Vatican eventually for sure. I guarantee you, because what else do we have to talk about, to be honest?
I'm going to do some homework on the Vatican.
Yeah, let's do some homework. Let's get it together for next Thursday. We're gonna bring the Vatican down. We'll even send them a link to the YouTube video. That way they can do it if they want to.
Damn nuns.
Yeah. Damn pervs. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. This is Manny and the
Thanks for
gang.
having us, Manny.
Check it out.
Manny.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Hey, so Indies, yeah. Hey, so Indies, hey. Yeah.
Go and try your luck. Touch me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up. It's the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up. Trying to put the face to the name. Pull up and I and I'm swerving. If a try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under buzz like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Rapping like I'm turban. Yeah, these all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist. Yeah, they talk a lot of, but we really with the lame, man. Always gonna be reaching for they hit, smoking like a clip. They can never catch me slipping. Every time your girl around, she be watch the way I'm dripping. Try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, it's the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I'm in flex mode with the best though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best. Yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they soft, they ain't homie, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get flea, but this style it ain't free. This that swag, this that splash, one wrong move, that's do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lag, we don't slack, tell her I was running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs, I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all. Yeah, I put that on the squad, we been out here going hard. We on deck, please don't make 'em. Go and try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain.